Bud Brown.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in my juvenile years in Florida. I was born in Maine, New Hampshire. I lived in New Hampshire for 2 years and came over to Washington. Then after I met my dad in a newspaper article when I lived in a foster home, I moved down to the Florida Keys for 8 years.
Can you give me a little background from your childhood? Did you play any other sports?
I played football for Marathon High School for a little bit before I got into trouble and went into jails and juvenile halls and stuff like that after that.
What inspired you to start training MMA?
I've always liked Bruce Lee. I've always liked how he talked and looked and took life to another level, his life to another level, and inspired others to do the same thing. And then one of my buddies, John Darling, he stuck up for me at school because I was getting bullied by one of the biggest kids, and he introduced me to Ken Shamrock and UFC videos when UFC got banned, and I was just like, man, this is awesome. And I've always had the knack to want to do something like that, and thought I was just gonna do it someday, and it was just a dream, you know, and I never did it. I always wanted to do it, and then when I changed my life around, I told myself I was gonna do it, and I'm doing it.
How did your family react? What do they think about with you fighting?
Most people are a little bit nervous about it. You know, I have children and I own a business, and most people think I'm taking too much of a risk of injury, which could put me out of work. But I spent many years incarcerated, and one thing I want to do every day is live, and this is my living.
What's one of the first disciplines that you learned, or what's one of your favorites? Wrestling, boxing, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, karate?
I like boxing. I'm not the best boxer, but I'm a brawler. I just like the aspect of being dominant and being aggressive, and I think that can take an opponent that is more skilled out of their fight plan or their fight skill and just overrule them, and I use it.
Can you walk us through one of your first experiences in MMA?
My first fight, Coach Hamlet liked that one because I went to my old school way of like prison fighting, and I just rushed this guy and just hit him once with a good right hook and TKO'd him, and it was a pretty quick fight. You know, the kid was dancing around trying to do this karate stuff, and I just went brutal on him and won real quick.
What emotions did you feel stepping into the cage for your first time?
I was nervous, not real nervous, but I just felt like there's more open space than what I'm used to fighting in, aside from like street fights, you know. But it was exciting. I felt like this is my first opportunity to truly live in my new path in life, and it was awesome, especially coming off of a surgery.
Was there ever a point in your MMA career where you wanted to quit?
No. I've always, even when I'm super tired and I feel like I can't throw another punch, I don't feel like quitting's ever an option for me.
How do you mentally prepare for a fight?
I just tell myself, if another man can do it, I can do it.
What was one of the toughest fights in your career so far?
Bryce Wyatt.
Why is that?
Bryce Wyatt is a tough dude. I've trained with him here in the gym, and he's really good grappling. He's got a mean 1-2. He's just really tough. Kind of like me, but he's just more skilled. And I took that fight the day of me fighting him. We had 3 opponents back out, and I showed up to watch the fights and asked promoter if he had anybody that. Then he said Bryce Wyatt, and I was like, man, all right. And we had some fun, and it was a tough fight.
What's your training routine usually like during fight camp?
Just hit and miss, nothing consistent. I go to my best friend Rob's, and he built a gym in his garage, do heavy bag work, go to boxing gyms, do a little bit of sparring, come to Sick Jitsu and roll around and spar with some of these guys in here, get some tough rounds and just a lot of sparring.
Who's your biggest influence or mentor in the fight game?
I'd probably, to be honest with you, I think probably my friend Taven.
And why is that?
The struggles.
Many struggles in the fight world, we all know about that. How do you balance your personal life and your fight career?
Just train when I can, fight when I can.
Outside of the fight world, what do you do?
I run a business. I do my best to be the best dad in the world. Talk to troubled youth when I can. I really enjoy when I'm training, actually talking to guys and hearing their stories and lighting the fire under their ass, you know, just fucking telling them, take their shit to the next level, put that beer down, put the cigarettes down, and if you want to make a fight career out of this and you want to get somewhere with it, take it serious. A lot of these guys come from troubled backgrounds and they need that drive.
As a fan, what's something that fans don't know about life of an MMA fighter?
Oh man, MMA fighters got grit. To be an MMA fighter, you have to you got to get busy with wrestling, grappling, sparring, defensive skills with it. It's not about just beating somebody up. It's about preventing yourself from getting beat up to be able to land shots and being physical, you know, workout routines. I feel like these guys are just another breed, you know? The grit is real. When you're in an MMA gym and you're sparring a lot, these guys get it. You know, we go home banged up every night. Every night there's an injury. I mean, and guys are coming back taped up after coming from a ER, you know, butterfly stitches on the eyes. Like, it's just a different world, you know? Most people in the general population is not gonna, they're not gonna be able to hang with this.
So we got a fight April 19th, Northern Quest, your hometown guy. What does victory mean to you and beyond just winning the fight?
Man, my boys are coming up from Florida. My boy Jit and Richie Stiglitz, these guys raised me tough. These guys are the ones that made me be that guy that fights anybody. They showed me heart. You know, when the struggles were real, like going through hurricanes, we went through hurricanes down there, took care of each other down there. If I was being bullied, these guys they'd be there super quick, you know? So being able to show them who they raised up, they're coming from Florida, flying up, and it's inspiring to see these guys come up all the way from there to support me. So I'm fighting for them, and I'm fighting for what all of us stand for, heart, you know?
What legacy do you want to leave behind to the MMA world when it's all said and done?
With hard work, you can make it through anything. That's what I want to leave behind. Just fight through life, choose your direction, and live your best life.
If you would have any last words before this interview is over, what would you got to say to your fans, your friends, and your family, and any other fighters that are watching you today?
Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Anything, with anything, fight for life. fight for your best life. I bring more heart than anybody though, you know what I mean? And I just feel like with that, people could win fights. Melvin Gillard proves it all the time. You know, he'll go get gassed out and lose that fight, but he's gonna put a show on and he's gonna knock somebody out, you know? And that's what I'm gonna do tonight.
You're fine, buddy. You're fine. You're fine. Work your right arm through his leg. Frame up and then ground and pound. Nice. 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 Again, posture up. There it is. Nice.
Yard Barber, the Mexican restaurant here in Western.
One, 6, 3, 2. 1632.
You gotta win this round. Let's go.
Gotta set up a combo, buddy. Gotta work onto the inside. Gotta work to the inside.
youngster. I do this for those guys. And I'm fucking glad I have my boys from Florida up here. Couldn't have been better, man. Have all my boys here. That's what means the most to me. Always support. Always support. Big love.
I know I heard a lot of the fans out there. You got a lot of love still.
Not bad for being an old man, huh?
Young at heart. That's all it is.
That's it, man. Young at heart. Yep. Always. Forever young. Live and inspire. That's why we do it. We all want to elevate shit.
Gotcha.
Elevate our lives. Elevate our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna come into every. We got a club.
Got the fan bam and the little ones. Having fun.
What it's all about right there. Hey,
Say hi.
did you meet the white Kimbo?
No, what? No, I haven't met him.
Before Kimbo, my boy Jit was doing this way before Kimbo, recording and everything. He's the bad boy of South Florida right there.
Okay, okay.
These guys came up here. These guys fucking ingrained that toughness in me. My boys for life right there.
Yes, sir. Drove all the way up.
Straight gangster. Straight up. There ain't no loyalty like that. That's old school loyalty.